Hey, what's up, everybody? Shannon Sagan here, 1-800-FLA Lawyer, and I hope you're doing well today. So I'd like to discuss 4 things that you probably should not do with an insurance company, whether it's yours or the other person's. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is calling an insurance company right away after you're in an accident. There's like a stereotype there where people think, oh, I got to give them a call. I've got to notify them no matter whether it's the other person's or yours. Now let's talk about the other person's. You do not have to call them at all if you don't need them. Yours, there is no time frame that you have to call them. It definitely is a reasonable time if you're going to set up a claim, but you don't have to call anyone from the scene of an accident. You don't even have to call them, within 24 hours. If you think you've got a claim, if you think you have an injury, if you've got legal questions that you want answered, your best bet is to contact an attorney first, get those questions answered before calling an insurance company. And if you end up having a case and you want a lawyer to represent you, the lawyer and his staff, her staff, can handle opening a claim and dealing with the insurance companies. But you do not have to call an insurance company right away. That's a stereotype. The second thing that you do not have to do, or you shouldn't be doing, is say you're at the scene of an accident and you do feel like you got to call your insurance company or the other person, and they ask if you're injured and you don't see any bruising, you don't see blood, you don't have any broken bones, you don't feel you need to go to the hospital, and you tell them, I'm fine, I'm not hurt. You go home that night, the adrenaline wears off, you're relaxed, you wake up the next morning and you cannot move, you're in absolute pain, you start seeing bruises, whatnot. You don't want to be getting something like that on record when you're talking to insurance companies and telling them you're not injured, and then we open a claim and have to tell them that you are. Doesn't kill your case, but you just want to kind of wait and see what's happened. Have I had people call me and the next day or days later tell me, I just wasn't hurt, fine. They handle the claim on their own because there's nothing I can do for them. But you don't want to be rushing and assuming that because you're at the scene and stressed out and your adrenaline's kicking in that you are not hurt. You got to give it a little bit of time. So be careful and be mindful of that if you end up talking to an insurance company before you hire an attorney. The third thing is giving recorded statements. I advise my clients not to give recorded statements to not only the other person's insurance company, which you do not have to do, but I advise them against giving recorded statements to even their own insurance company if they think they're going to pursue some type of injury case or have legal questions first. You do have a duty to cooperate with your insurance company, but again, you don't have to give them a recorded statement, or at least right away, if you think you're going to have a claim. And if you do hire an attorney or someone like myself, what I do is I prepare my clients ahead of time for their recorded statement and make sure all of their questions are answered and that they know exactly what's going to be asked of them so that they're not as nervous, not as stressed out, and they don't say the wrong thing because they're panicking or nervous. So you don't have to give a recorded statement to the other person's insurance company at all. You do have to give one to yours, but you don't have to do it right away. Your best bet is to do it with a lawyer. And the fourth and final thing is don't sign any insurance company documents if you are dealing with them without an attorney first. Don't send them any photographs through their apps or emails. If you have legal questions, if you think you're hurt, if you're not sure how the process works and you want to talk to an attorney, don't be signing anything that you're not sure what it is. I've heard of insurance companies trying to get a hold of people right away and signing them off and having them sign releases, and they'll throw $1,000 here or something like that to pay them off. And sometimes there's ways to get out of that legally, and sometimes the person is stuck and they can't hire an attorney because they've signed the release and waived their rights. So hopefully those 4 tips help on what you should not be doing when it comes to insurance companies. If you've got any questions, please feel free to give me a call, 1-800-FLA-LAWYER. You can find me online at 1-800-FLALawyer.com and all of those social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're on all of them at 1-800-FLA-LAWYER. Take care.